What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I am the Renegade JJ Williams, and today I'm going to be talking about from 1993 Untamed Heart, starring Marisa Tomei, Christian Slater, Rosie Perez, Kyle Secor, and Willie Garson. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me once again here on the Casa D18 Studios channel for another brand new episode of Renegades Reviews. Today's going to be an interesting one because, much like a lot of these, I hadn't seen this one for a very long time. I did not see it when it first came out in 1993. I did see it probably in the mid to late 90s for the first time on VHS or something. And I've probably seen it one other time since then until I watched it for reviewing. But I remember it just being a really solid love story. So it's one I definitely wanted to touch on because it's not one that really gets talked a lot in the same vein as A Pretty Woman or a Beaches when it comes to like rom-coms and chick flicks. This definitely isn't a rom-com. As I said yesterday, this is more of a rom dram, romantic drama. And let's just get right into it, okay? I apologize if I have to look down a lot at my notes. There's nowhere here in my little visual area where I can just prop it up and have it be in eyesight, really, where I can look at you guys and nonchalantly look. So forgive me. The story revolves around Adam. And Adam is an ill young man with heart problems. When he was an orphan boy, the nuns told him this tale about his father attempting to steal rubies from a tribe in Kilimanjaro. Protected by baboons, the rubies were. And when he was caught, his father told the baboon king that he needed the rubies to help his son with an ailing heart. The baboon king then, realizing that this man wasn't there to just rob them, that he was trying to do a noble act, ripped into his chest and pulled out his still beating heart and gave it to Adam's father. And so the heart that is inside of Adam supposedly is this baboon's heart. And throughout his entire life, Adam believed this tale. After all, why would nuns lie? He grows up, and Adam's pretty much a loner character. He works during the day at a Christmas tree lot. He works at night at this restaurant/diner, right? Now, Caroline is a young woman who works as a waitress at the diner. She's a beauty school student, and she's able to work with her best friend, Cindy. One night at work, after Caroline's boyfriend breaks up with him, Cindy and Caroline kind of find themselves talking about Adam. Cindy even admits that if he wasn't so dumb, she'd do him. One night, Caroline is walking home from work, and she's followed by two men who had been customers at the diner earlier in the night. They attack her, and they attempt to rape her. Adam shows up, and he fights them off. Caroline ends up taking a couple nights off of work because she's so shooken up by the ordeal. When she does finally come back to work, she overhears some of the customers talking about what had happened to the two guys. Because I guess one of the regular customers had bumped into them. After overhearing how beaten up the guys were, Caroline runs to Adam, thanks him for saving her life, basically. Now, Adam hasn't really spoken too much at work. Like I said, he's a loner. He keeps to himself. People don't even think that he talks. So when she thanks him, he slowly begins to speak to her, opening up to her. He admits to her that he's been following her home for a while, from a distance, so that he doesn't get noticed, just to make sure she gets home safely. Now, while a lot of women would probably find this very creepy, Caroline's actually kind of touched by it, because here's this person who seems to have no ulterior motives, who really just wants to make sure that she's okay and taken care of. This ends up bringing the two of them closer together. Caroline then ends up telling Cindy about the whole ordeal, because even though that's her best friend, she hasn't told anybody what happened. So Caroline tells Cindy about the fact she was almost raped, Adam came to her rescue, etc., etc. As a result of all this, Caroline is now interested in Adam romantically, and Cindy totally supports this as her best friend. She knows that Caroline needs a nice man, and so she supports this move on her behalf. As a result, things begin to change for both Caroline and Adam as they officially become a couple. Caroline buys a used car, that way she can get home safely without walking. Adam is overcoming his shyness. He's becoming a little bit more outspoken, communicating with people, social interaction, etc. All as a result of their relationship together. One night, the same men who tried to rape Caroline end up attacking Adam outside the restaurant, and they stab him. Adam's rushed to the hospital. Caroline goes to the police station and IDs the two attackers as the men who attacked Adam and who attempted to rape her, leading to their arrest. So they're out of the picture now. While Adam is recovering in the hospital, Caroline discovers about Adam's heart defect. Because although Adam had opened up to her, he hadn't told her about this yet. And the doctors tell her that he will die without a heart transplant. Adam refuses to listen, though. He feels that if he loses his heart, he won't be the same person. He may not love her anymore because he'll have a different heart. And Caroline tries to comfort him and tells him that love comes from a person's mind and their soul, not necessarily their heart. When Adam points to his heart and asks her why it hurts so much when one's heart is broken, she's moved. She's deeply touched, like she doesn't know words. Christmas comes and passes. Adam does something very special for Caroline. She had mentioned how she prefers real Christmas trees, but her family has fake ones now. So Adam brings a tree up to Caroline's room, steals the decorations off the fake tree downstairs, and decorates the real tree up in her room so that when she wakes up Christmas morning, she wakes up to a real tree. And on his birthday, Caroline visits Adam and surprises him with gifts. Adam tells her that he has a gift for her as well, but you can't open it till we return home from wherever you're taking me, because it's all a surprise for Adam. She ends up taking him to a Minnesota North Stars versus Detroit Red Wings hockey game, because earlier in the movie they had talked about hockey and how much she likes it, and he had never been. He had never seen hockey. They're having a great time, and a puck gets shot off the ice, coming right for him. All the fans in the crowd are like, oh man, we're going to get this hockey puck. Adam reaches his arm up and just catches the puck with his bare hand. Just this amazing feat that shocks everybody. On the drive home, they're talking about the game. You know, how he didn't know what a power play is, and maybe next time she can teach him. Adam ends up falling asleep on the drive home. When they reach the house, she attempts to wake him up. However, the horrific realization sets in. Adam has died in his sleep on the drive home on his birthday. They have Adam's funeral. Some of the regulars from the restaurant attend. Caroline, Cindy is obviously there with her. After his funeral, Caroline goes to his old apartment, where the gift that he had given her still is. She opens the gift, and there's a box of his old record albums with a note professing his love for her and a picture of them at the used car lot after buying her first car. The record albums are important because earlier in the movie, he had played some of them for her, told him that, this is what he does to unwind and kind of slip away from reality, as we all do with our music. We put on a good CD or a song, and we just escape in the moment, forget all the stress and the drama that's going on around us, and just zone out for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, a half hour, whatever it may be. Like I said beginning, this movie I don't feel is talked about nearly enough. Such a sweet love story. I'm going to give this film, and you guys may think that I'm blowing smoke here, but I really do love this film. I'll give it 4 out of 5 stars. I highly, highly recommend, if you have never seen Untamed Heart, please go watch this film. Christian Slater was definitely at the peak of his career. Marisa Tomei looks gorgeous. She looks the same today in her roles as Aunt May in Spider-Man as she did then. Like, the woman just has not aged. She still looks amazing. So check this film out. Do yourself a favor. I think it'll become a favorite of yours. Let's get those hashtags trending out there on social media. Hashtag Casa D18 Studios, hashtag Renegades Reviews, hashtag Renegade Returns, and of course, the ever popular hashtag Shenanigans. We interrupt this episode of Renegades Reviews for an important announcement about
merchandising.
Merchandising? What's that?
Merchandising. Come, I'll show you. Merchandising, where the real money's made.
Make sure you go over to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network for all the t-shirts you see here from the West Coast professor, Jeff Meacham himself. You can get shirts for the Jeff Meacham Network, Talk Wrestling, as well as the red and gold Meachamania shirts. And while you're there, don't forget to get your shirts of the Casa D18 Studios Brotherhood, the Dads on Wrestling shirt, the Renegade JJ Williams, Statboy Sports Bar, and the hashtag StatBoyApproved shirt. Make sure you go over to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network and score your shirts today. Don't forget to do what the commercial just told you. Get out there, support. Get your Renegade JJ Williams shirt. Get your Dad's Not Always on Wrestling shirt. Statboy Sports Bar, hashtag StatBoyApproved. Meechamania, Jeff Meacham Network, Talk Wrestling, all in one place. Please, please, please support. If you like what we do, spend the few dollars, show us your love and support. Make sure you're back here tomorrow when I talk about a film that I had never seen before, right here on Renegades Reviews, exclusively on the Casa D18 Studios channel. And that film will be none other than Friends with Benefits, starring Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis. Make sure you tune in tomorrow to check that out. Thank you for watching Renegades Reviews, and I will see you guys next time.